Hello and welcome to this edition of Tour Confidential on Golf.com. I'm Jessica Marksbury, joined today in our New York City studio by Golf Magazine's Jeff Ritter and Cameron Morfitt via Skype. Tiger Woods made the cut at the Memorial this past weekend, but unfortunately ended up in last place by 8 shots. Cameron, he shot a career worst score of 85. Is this rock bottom for Tiger? He's now ranked 181st in the world. Or do you see reason to hope?
Well, I hope this is rock bottom for Tiger. I mean, and if it's not, he's going to start shooting in the 90s. That'll be kind of embarrassing, as if an 85 wasn't embarrassing enough. You know, I keep thinking about years ago, I asked Joe Pesci what his favorite golf course was, and he replied in his sort of menacing, nasally voice, "How should I know? I ain't tried them all yet." And Tiger is a little bit like that with golf swings. He seems to want to try every swing, try every coach, and I think it's finally caught up to him. It's just he seems lost right now. I'd love to see him play well at Chambers Bay, but man, those bad shots and those bad scores seem to be getting worse and worse.
I totally agree with Cameron. Lost seems to be the most appropriate word here. I think what's most disconcerting is the fact that, as far as we know, Tiger is injury-free. And this is all just a case of really not having a swing thought that he can count on at this point.
Yeah, well, by his accounts, he's injury-free. We still don't know how much he's practicing. As far as rock bottom goes, I think it's kind of a fun debate because the thing about golf is you never know when you're at rock bottom. I mean, that 85 that he shot was his career worst, but could have been an 86. You know, he's 181 in the world right now. I had to look it up. Number 182 in the world is somebody named David Lipsky, who I guess is a professional golfer. But you can always sink lower in this game. I think the thing for Tiger right now is, as Cameron said, is he's had so many swings now at this point in his career, and he's trying to learn a new one with Chris Como, and it doesn't appear to be taking. I mean, earlier in the year it was chip yips. Now he can't keep this driver even on the planet. And he just seems very, very lost, and I don't really see any signs of a turnaround right now. I think we're just entering this sort of abyss with Tiger's game, and I don't know when we're coming out of it.
Cameron, if you could latch on to some shred of progress for Tiger at this point, what would it be?
Well, the progress for Tiger is clearly a short game. I mean, he started out 2015 a complete basket case around the greens. And now he's a complete basket case from the tee. He actually gets better from tee to green. And that's why I actually thought he would do pretty well at Chambers. And then he shot that 85, and now I don't know anymore. It just seems like he cannot be playing with very much confidence. As we all know, confidence is everything in this game, and his confidence is just runneth dry.
One thing that I'm looking at that's a positive for Tiger is he is still making birdies. We know he's capable of sinking some putts and getting into red numbers. It's just staying there that seems to be the problem for him.
And he still is pulling off some pretty spectacular shots in the middle of these rounds. He's putting himself in just the craziest spots on these golf courses. But the other 3 rounds that he shot in the low 70s last week were pretty incredible rounds, considering where he was driving the ball. So there is still, you know, he's showing flashes of being the amazing talent that he always has been, but there's just a lot going on in his head right now, and this new swing, it just seems to be doing more harm than good at this point.
Well, there's no doubt that Tiger certainly has some work to do in the week leading up to the U.S. Open. Cameron and Jeff, thanks for your time and insight. Thank you all for joining us here on Tour Confidential on Golf.com. We'll see you right back here next week.